Hi everybody, my name is Jeri and I'm here today with the Art Gallery of Greater Victoria to share with you a project from the Teacher Resource Guide in the present moment. You can download this guide from our website where you can find other projects and artists that you might like to do at home. So today I wanted to introduce you to Tibetan contemporary artist Tenzing Rigdol. Contemporary means that more than likely the artist is alive and working today, or simply that the artwork has been created in the last 30 years. Tenzing Rigdol was born to Tibetan refugees in Nepal, and he grew up longing for this unseen land that he'd heard about that his parents were exiled from. So exile is a situation where a person has been forcibly removed from their country. And in Rigdol's case, his family and friends were forcibly removed from Tibet, and even today they can't go back. In 2002, his family moved to the United States where they were granted political asylum. That's a special permission to live in the country. But even now, he really hopes there will be a day where he can go back to the place that he's only heard about through stories and memories from family, friends, and the media. Tenzing Rigdol first studied Western art, but quickly realized that he wanted to learn the art of his birth culture. So he went to India and Nepal, where he studied, like his parents before him, Tibetan carpet design, along with collage and thangka paintings, a sacred painting in Tibetan Buddhism. Tibetan Buddhism is similar to Buddhism, which you can learn more about on page 2 of the Teacher Resource Guide, but it's also unique. It's lively and colorful. It has its many ceremonies and rituals that combine Tibetan indigenous beliefs and deities. Now, what does indigenous mean? Indigenous are the first people to live on the land. In fact, here at the Art Gallery of Greater Victoria, we are on the traditional territories of the ʷəŋən-speaking people, today known as the Esquimalt and Songhees Nations. Now, a deity is the other thing I mentioned. What is that? That is a powerful spirit that is thought to control events and the nature of things. A male deity is a god, and a female deity is a goddess. So let's talk more about Tonkas. Tonkas are a sacred painting. They were created first in the 1400s, and the tradition was handed down through families. So I'm wondering if you've ever learned anything from a grown-up who learned it when they were little from a grown-up. This type of knowledge sharing is different than when we go to school. So back then, many Tibetan families were nomadic. That means they traveled place to place between villages, a long way from the monasteries, which are places of worship. So the monks and the lamas, spiritual leaders, would take the Tonkas and travel into the villages where they would share Buddhist beliefs and stories with the Tibetan people. So it's important that we understand a little bit about thangka paintings because they're a great influence on Tenzing Rigdol's contemporary art. He uses his paintings as a way to share messages about current events, human conflicts, and also issues that are important to him. As an artist, he wants to be seen as having some kind of political cause. What does it mean when I say political cause? This is an issue that's important to you, that you feel from your heart. Maybe it's about social injustices. Maybe it's about the environment. But what is important to him is that he feels everyone should have a political cause or issue that's important to him. For him, art is about honesty, creating questions, and empathy. That means understanding the feelings of others. He wants viewers to look at an issue from another person's perspective through art. So let's look at this piece created by the artist and tell me what you see. What do you notice is happening at the top? What about the bottom? What do you see in the middle? I wonder if you notice one image that's repeated over and over again. What do you think that is? Is it a deity? How many times do you think he repeated this image? Do you think it's important important to the artist because he repeated it so many times? If you were going to create this artwork, how would you do it? What would you do first? If you look at the teacher resource guide, it'll give you some clues about how the artist made the artwork. He used acrylic paint and collage on paper. Do you know what it means when I say collage? Collage, or taking bits and pieces of paper or images and gluing them onto the paper. Then he probably used some paint on top of it. Where do you think he's used some collage work on here? So Tenzing Rigdol tries to be as honest as possible in his art. He kind of finds it interesting that artists have the opportunity to say, hey, come see my opinion through their art in a touching and non-violent way. And so now I'm curious, what issue is important to you? What message would you want to share in your art? What opinions and ideas do you want others to think about in a new way that maybe they haven't thought about before? Tenzing Rigdol encourages students especially to have a political cause or an issue. And now here's your chance to create an artwork about an issue that's important to you. What you're going to need for this project are some found images. You can use magazines, newspapers. I went to the internet and pulled off some images. You're going to need to think about a person who represents your issue or your cause. I was looking at environmental issues and I was thinking about Greta Thunberg. And I was thinking about how she's very young, but yet she didn't let that stop her from making her voice heard around the world to political leaders about something that was important to her. So that's what I'm going to use for my project today. The other things you're going to need is some glue, some scissors. Some things you might want to have are a pencil and a pen, a ruler, something if you want to draw circles, if you're not comfortable drawing them on your own, an eraser, and I also had some colored paper. But honestly, you can just use whatever you have around your house. You might choose to use materials very different than what I have. So I was thinking about the hide and seek artwork that Rigdol made, and I was noticing that it was kind of on a grid. So you don't have to do this, but I think I'm going to start mine by making some lines with my ruler. Maybe one going across, maybe one going up and down, maybe a few on an angle, just around my paper in places. Then maybe I'll throw in some circles in places. I'm thinking about the earth I can draw from the inside of my tape and the outside of my tape. Maybe I'll put one here. Maybe I'll use these shapes, maybe I won't. But I'm trying to give myself some ideas of how I can assemble, collage things on my paper. So I'm going to start with an image of Greta. And I'll cut that out. I'm going to cut this out fairly closely. As you can see, I cut out a lot of images of her. But I think I'll just start with this nice big image. Now I'm not going to glue anything on my paper until I've had a chance to really start playing with things. But you can see, maybe I would want a whole bunch of little images of her. Maybe I want some bigger images of her. I even took this one of her sitting down. I really am quite interested. I believe this is saying climate change on here. I like that it's in her own language. So I'm going to use this piece. I'll cut that out. You'll find that I will keep all my bits and pieces off to the side because who knows what I might want. I also found some earths. I think I'll start with this giant earth and cut that out. Now I'm doing mine fairly quickly because I'm just wanting to show you an example, but you're going to want to take your time and think about what you're doing and enjoy the process. You don't have to be in a hurry. But you can see I'm starting to play with, oh, she's thinking about the earth. What will I do with this? Remember those shapes I had? cut it in half like this. And this could be some type that's in the background. Maybe I'll have another piece coming like this. Oh, I don't know, should that be on top? You can see how I'm beginning to play with images. I also found an article on the internet about some of the issues and the social protests that she was doing. So what if I cut this, if I look at the shape there, let's see, if I just cut this article like this, and maybe that's going to go here, maybe it'll go like that. You see how I'm starting to play? Now I'm going to let things come off the edge because at the end I could cut those off. I also, maybe I'm going to take some extra earths. Maybe I'll put a little earth behind her. You might cut some things out that you end up not using, and that's okay too. I wonder if I create, look at, I did this earth in 3 different sizes. What if I take a big earth too? I feel like if I have things repeating over and over, it shows what's important. So that's one of the things I'm thinking about too. The fact how important environmental issues are. If you have color paper, maybe you want to add some color paper. I'm thinking about those circles that I drew. What if I use some color paper and create some circles? Maybe I'll do one big and one small. I do them close to the edge because I find that makes it easier to cut. And I'm cutting 2 different colors at one time. Like I said, you will probably spend much more time than I am cutting, but I just want to give you an idea of how to create a collage. I'm going really quickly, but you should take your time. What if I put that behind there, this like that? Maybe I want to have another circle behind the type. You can see what I'm playing with. Maybe I'll split it in half. What do you think about that? Maybe this will be cut. One can come like this. One can come like that. Now here's something interesting. Don't forget about these negative shapes because you could cut around them and I'll have another circle shape that I could put in to my piece like this. Maybe I'm going to put it, so maybe thinking about how the fact that she raised her voice creates a ripple effect, and then many other people start thinking about the issue. Once you're happy with your placement, then glue it all down. Start from the bottom and glue up. You might find at the end you want to use your marker and to outline things. I have a sample to share with you. So when I was finished, here's what I created. And you can see I've now gone in with my marker and added lines and designs. I created some interest where I wanted it. And when you're totally done, if you want, you could make photocopies of your artwork and share them around the town. Sharing an issue that's important to you and looking for a way to share your opinions and your ideas, and through viewers, have them share that idea that you're thinking about. Maybe a new understanding and a way to think about things and to understand your perspective and what you're trying to share and change in the world. We hope you have a lot of fun creating this project, and be sure to tag the art gallery with your artwork. We would love to see it.